Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. For those who are paying attention to my eyes, I'm blind. And for those who are paying attention to the clothes I'm wearing, I'm in Seattle, Washington. Auzubillahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu. We're on a shop talk. So we had a point and the Ikhwan Muslimun where we're not in unity in our cause, in our unifying cause certainly is the Sunnat of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the son of Amina, Abdullah, and Banu Hashim tribe of Quraysh, the parents who followed the Mila of Ibrahim Ismail, and so did Isaac, his son. The Ikhwan Muslimun as the brotherhood of Muslims in the East and West Hemisphere, and whether it be rich or poor, black or white, Arab or non-Arab. And in the Ikhwan Muslimun, this brotherhood of Muslim, we're supposed to share resources, especially knowledge. And the best knowledge is the Ulum Islamiyya, the Islamic sciences, which is rooted in the Adilah Sharia, the Sharia of Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which he gave us, him and his Ashab, in the 22 years on the great continent of Africa, in the two sacred locations of Mecca, Mukarrama and Medina Munawwara. It is ill-seeming that Muslims should give bad advice to each other. It's an atrocity when Muslims give bad advice that causes innocent women and children and the aged to be annihilated by government. I'm talking about the terrorism by Hamas on the innocent in the Israeli government. But more than that, I'm talking about the ignorance of jihad. That terroristic act is not jihad. Nor is it obligatory for Muslim women to participate in such a atrocity. And it happened on the watch of the president of Palestine Authority, Mahmoud Abbas. Well, who would give advice that would cause 15,000 innocent women and children to be assassinated, pretty much exterminated from their homeland in Gaza? Who would give that kind of advice? The best advice is consistent with the Sharia of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And if people claim to be descendants of the seed of Prophet Messenger, the son of Amina, Abdullah, Banu Hashim of Quraysh, if they claim to have blood tie and they are kin to these heroes that put humanity on the best course of action in all the sciences, when we look in their history, do we see terrorism? Do we see innocent lives being uprooted? Like the episode where they showed Muhammad and Saeed, two brothers. And Muhammad has been overran by a hospital wall and he's dead. And this young brother, Saeed, cried out, "Bury me with my brother. I don't want to leave. Bury me with my brother." So how can Hamas cause so much pain? know that Ashkenazi Jews, if you want to call that, or the established Zionists, if you want to say that, or the Israeli government, if you want to say that, they're not going to condone you, bringing a slingshot to a gunfight. It should be obvious that you're not going to overcome the force and power of the U.S. government backing the Israeli government and their allies watching you 24 hours a day and use their electronic devices and they keep up with you every day and every night. It doesn't make any sense. If you want good advice, won't you come to people like Sheikh Khalid Yassin, Imam Suraj Wahad, or Imam Dawna Kareem, or others akin to explicitly fighting jihad correctly. And the best jihad is jihad where you fight nafs, which is amara. And that jihad entails following the pattern that is set out in the book Qimah Sadat by Hujjat Islam Imam Muhammad Ghazali, or Radiyo An. And also set out by Umar Khattab, Radiyo An. The greater jihad is more important than the minor jihad. And we should take lessons from these brothers and from the Mujahideen, Imam Rabbani, when we read his Maktuba. Suicide is haram. And Hamas committed a suicidal act. So, when you want to fight wrongdoing, we're told the first wrongdoing is disobedience in speech and conduct. And that's obedient. That obedient or disobedient is guided by the Ahkams Islamiyya, the rules of Islam. What is Sahih and Baitil? What is correct and incorrect? And there are 8 rules to speech, conduct, and behavior in Islam, according to the Sharia of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And this knowledge cannot be undone. It has to be employed by every Muslim adult, male and female, in the East and the West. No one is exempt from this knowledge once you give Kalima Shahada. And when we give Kalima Shahada, it doesn't matter if we do it privately or publicly. Kalima Shahada involves giving up your life, your property, and honor forever, which means to your last breath, until Malikul Maut come to you and says, your Rabb has commanded me to take your soul. There's no reason for a Muslim who could consider himself educated in Islam to allow innocent women and children to go down like empty vessels, empty bottles. It's no reason for that. If you're going to fight jihad, fight jihad. Even if you fought the minor jihad of eliminating facilities, you're certainly not going to go to someone's concert. I mean, you have a military government that backs the Israeli government. And they're 24 hours, 7 days a week. If you're going to fight war, fight war. You know, it's not even, it's a crime matter that you would allow innocent women and children to be exploited like that. That's not the legacy of Islam. That's not the legacy of Yasser Arafat. That's not the legacy of Anwar Sadat. So, we should take note that we certainly should practice what we preach. And if we're not studying Islam properly, Islam has been codified by the Mayyad al-Surah. Well, Allah Ta'ala says that this day have the Kafirun has given up hope of your religion. Fear them not, but fear me. This day have perfected your religion for you, have completed my favor upon you, and have chosen Deen Islam is your religion. So how happened it that all of a sudden Muslims forget? Allah doesn't protect atrocities against the innocent. We was told by our heroes that we should pay our taxes. They respect other people's rights, not destroy their religious temples, churches, synagogues. We was told not to commit fraud. We was told to pay our debts on time. We say we love Muhammad, sallallahu Allah Ta'ala is the last prophet and messenger. Well, then we should keep to these obligations, because these obligations will come back to us. Just as so the obligation of Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam. Wa alaikum assalam wa alaikum.